Students, let's continue with the very last topic of this chapter. Before that, we will also be having the calculation involving unit cell dimension. With the help of this formula, we can calculate the density by knowing the unit cell dimension. For this one, here we have given a formula that is D is equal to Z into M upon A cube into Na, where D for taking out the density, that is equal to Z, where Z is taken as the atomic number of any of the element, into M. M is what? M is the mass of the each atom, and this mass can be taken as or molar mass of any atom. Or here we have A cube. A is taken as the edge length of any of the unit shell, because here we are talking about the cubic unit shell. So A is taken as edge length, and Na is what? Na is the Avogadro's number. So with the help of this one, we can calculate the density of any of the unit shell, okay, by knowing its all the dimension. But here we may also calculate, if density is given and something else is asked, then also by changing the formula you can calculate anything else if density is given. And in SI unit, A is taken as what? A is taken as meter, M, that is mass, is taken as kilogram per mole. And then the density, when we are taking the unit of density of the substance, it is taken as kg per meter cube. Okay, so here the unit for density is kg per meter cube. So with the help of this one, we can calculate density. Now moving forward, here we have the very last topic of this chapter, that is called as imperfection in solids. What do you mean by imperfection? We know here in this chapter mostly we are talking about crystalline type of solid. Crystalline solid is what? Means here we have two type of solid, that is amorphous and crystalline solid. But in this chapter we mostly talk about the crystalline solid, and we know that in crystalline solid the arrangement of the particles are very regular, very perfect. But here on increasing the temperature, because of the some reason, sometime it does happen that whenever any of the crystal is formed, the formation of crystal took too much of time. It means the process is very slow process. But here, if the formation of crystal takes place in very short time, or at a medium average of time, or very fastly, then sometime it may happen that some type of defects may occur. So this type of defect is called to be as imperfection in solid. So here we have different type of imperfection or defects in the solids. So this imperfection is classified into two, that is called to be as point defect, and another one is called to be as line defect. So what do you mean by point defect? First I will tell you about the point defect, because in your syllabus we have to discuss only about the point defect, not about the line defect. So first we will have just introduction of the point defect. Point defect means if any of the defect is occurred in any certain point, that is called as point defect. Like we are having, just imagine a crystal, in that we have number of particles arranged. In that particles, see here I will show you. These are the crystal in which many of the elements or many of the atoms are arranged. So if any of the irregularities is found in any particular point at any atom or ion, so this type of defect is called to be as point defect. But if the defect is found in any row, in a full row or in full column, then it is called to be as line defect. Okay. So first we will continue with the point defect. Point defect can also be classified into three types, that is stoichiometry defect, impurity defect, and then we have non-stoichiometry defect. So first we will talk about the stoichiometry defect. What do you mean by stoichiometric defect? It is a type of defect in which the number of positive and negative ions are exactly in the ratio indicated by the chemical formula, that is called to be a stoichiometry compound. Here in this type of defect, it do not disturb the stoichiometry Okay, like if we are taking the ratio of the number of the positive charge or the negative charge is same, like 6 is to 6 ratio is present, 6 positive charge we are having and 6 negative charge we are having. So whatever the defect may be, but it do not disturb the ratio of the positive and negative charge. This type of defect is called to be a stoichiometric defect. Okay, so first we will have the stoichiometric defect. This type of defect may occur because of many type of reason. First we will classify the stoichiometric defect into four. First is called to be as vacancy defect, then interstitial defect, then we have Schottky and Frankel defect. These we will then later, we will do later. First we will have vacancy defect. So what do you mean by vacancy defect? It could be clear only by seeing the structure. See this one. Vacancy defect means what type of defect? When some of the lattice site are vacant is said to be vacancy defect. Like see in this structure we have two vacant site. What are the reason of this vacant site? That is not accurate. The reason may be anything. So for this one, if any of the site, like here in the first row we have how many atoms are present? Here we should have 4 atoms, but here we have only 3. In the second row also we should have 4, but here we have 3. But in the third we have all the 4 atoms are present. Okay, so here's position of some of the atom is vacant. The site is vacant. That site is called to be as vacancy defect. One more thing that you people have to know about the vacancy defect, that this defect is found in non-ionic type of compound. They are not ionic. Okay, because of that only here positive or negative sign is not given, because these type of defects is found in non-ionic type of compound. Second thing, because here we have lack of 2 atom, we are expecting here 12 atoms should be present in that crystal, but here we have only 10 atom. So because of the less number of atom present in this type of crystal, here there is decrease in the density of the substance takes place, isn't it? So once again I am going to explain about the vacancy defect. Vacancy defect, when in a crystal, when any of the crystals some lattice site are vacant, the crystal is said to be vacancy defect. Or this defect is introduced when a crystal is heated. Okay, so the vacancy defect result in the decrease in the density of a substance. These are all about vacancy defect. Now next we will have the interstitial defect. First you people have to know what do you mean by interstitial. That interstitial we also have done in class 11. Interstitial, it is a space which is present, like if we are arranging atom in any of the crystal, if you are putting atoms, if you are having a box, in that box you are putting balls. So while putting balls, some of the space became empty. These space are present in between the atoms or the molecules. Okay, so this space is called to be as interstitial space, that is called as voids. Okay, so these type of interstitial defect is also present in non ionic type of compound. Okay, so here what does happen? See, once again I will show you interstitial defect. This is the structure for the interstitial defect. Here what does happen? See in the structure, here again we are having 4 atoms should be present in a row, because it is non-ionic type of compound. So we know that the constituent particles present in a solid, it may be atom, it may be molecule, it may be ion, but because it is non-ionic, that's why here the constituent particle should be either atom or molecules. So if atoms are arranged in a row and four atoms are present, so here we have 2 atoms which is not present in a place, they are present in the space which is present in between the arrangement of atom. So this space is called to be as interstitial space. So whenever any of the atom is present in the interstitial space while arranging the crystal, this is called to be as interstitial defect. So here because we are expecting 12 atoms should be present in a crystal, but here we have more than 12. See, in a row we have 4 atoms present, but 2 more atoms have taken the space and present in an interstitial site. So because of the more number of atom present in the crystal, here there is increase in the density of a crystal takes place. So because of this type of defect, there is increase in the density. Okay. Once again, I will explain you. This type of defect is caused due to the presence of constituent particle in the normally vacant interstitial site in the crystal. Okay, so the constituent particle occupy the interstitial site, that's why it is called to be as interstitial defect. So the formation of interstitial defect is determined by the size of the ions, size of the interstitial ion. Okay, so again here, because of the interstitial site is taken by some more atom, so there would be increase in the density of the substance takes place. Now these two defects are shown by the non-ionic type of solid, but here we have two more type of defects which is shown by ionic type of solid. It is also part of stoichiometric defect. So see, here we have Schottky and Frankel defect. First we will talk about the Frankel defect. What do you mean by Frankel defect? So when any of the ion leaves its correct lattice site and occupy an interstitial site, so this type of defect is called to be a Frankel defect. A Frankel defect, it is a combination of vacancy defect and interstitial defect. Actually what has happened, see, I will show you. This is the first one, that is 1.25. It is an example of Frankel defect. Frankel defect is what? It is a combination of both vacancy and interstitial defect. What has happened in the vacancy defect? Some of the atom is displaced or just out of the crystal, and it forms some vacant site, that is called as vacancy defect. But in the interstitial defect, what has happened here? Some extra atoms, it comes and occupy the space which is present between the atom, that is taken as interstitial defect. But in the Frankel defect, what has happened? See, in the fourth row, here we have one positive ion is displaced from its place and taken one interstitial site. So Frankel defect, it is a defect in which any of the atom is displaced from its accurate position and take some interstitial site in between the space of the atom. It is not get away from the crystal, it is present inside the crystal only, but it displays from its actual place and take any other place, that is interstitial place. So this type of defect is called to be as Frankel defect. Okay, so Frankel defect is also called to be as dislocation defect. It doesn't have any effect of the density of the solid. Why? Because here we have all the positive and negative ion present inside the crystal only. Though here the dislocation of one positive ion takes place and the place is one site is vacant, but whatever the positive or an ion is displaced from its place, it has taken the place inside the crystal only. That's why the density of this type of crystal is remain same. Okay, second thing, here only the cation is going to displace from its place, never will be any of the anion is going to change its place. So here what are the conditions for the Frankel defect? The most important condition that we are talking about this one, that the size of the cation should be smaller than the size of the anion. Why does it happen? Because we always know that if the size of the anion is bigger, then this one is going to leave small places in between that, and this place is called to be as the interstitial place. So if cation is dislocated from its place, then it has to take the interstitial side, and the size of the interstitial void is very small, so it should be fitted on that. That's why the size of the cation would always be smaller than the size of anion in case of Frankel defect. These things you people have to keep in mind because it is very important point. Next is Schottky defect. What do you mean by Schottky defect? So this type of defect is created when one positive and the negative, both ions, are missing from their respective position, leaving behind a pair of holes. Thus Schottky defect is simple called a vacancy defect in the ionic solid. Okay, Schottky defect is more common in ionic compounds with high coordination number, where the size of positive and negative ions should always be the means almost equal. So what do you mean by Schottky defect? Schottky defect is a defect in which positive and negative both are displaced, or uh, both leave its place and go out from the crystal. Like see, in the first row we have one vacant site, that is positive ions is displaced or leave its place and make it vacant. In the third one, here we have negative ion is displaced, or it leave its site and go away. So in this type of Schottky defect, here both positive and negative ions leave its place and make it vacant. Okay, so for this one, here again there is decrease in the density takes place, but here there is no change in the electrical neutrality, because here both positive and negative, whatever the charges are present, or whatever the number of atom is going, or whatever the number of ion is going to come out from the crystal, it would be same. If two atoms, two positive ion is released, then two negative ions should also be come out from the defect. It means it has to maintain the electrical neutrality, but because of the less number of positive and negative, there is decrease in the density takes place. So here I will tell you some of the difference between the Schottky defect and the Frankel defect. What does happen in the Schottky defect? The positive and the negative ion are missing completely from their latest position in the crystal. Completely they are missing out. They are not taking any of the interstitial position. They are going out from the crystal. Frankel defect, the ion occupies an interstitial position rather than its correct position. It is present inside the crystal only, but it has taken some of the interstitial position. Okay, for this Schottky defect, there is decrease in the density of the crystal takes place. Why? Because here positive and negative and they come out from the crystal. It make their site vacant, but it do not take any of the interstitial position. But in the Frankel defect, there is no change in the density takes place. Why? Because here the ion is present inside the crystal only. Okay, though it is dislocated, then only it is present in the crystal only. Third difference between the Schottky and the Frankel: in Schottky defect, it occurs in highly ionic compound with high coordination number, where the positive and negative ion, the size of this would be similar. But Frankel defect, it occurs in ionic compound where there is large difference in the size between the positive and the negative, because we know that here only the positive chain is going to dislocate, and it should be taken the place of taken interstitial position. That's why here the size of this one would be smaller. Okay, these are all about the stoichiometric defect. Now we will come to the impurity defect. What do you mean by impurity defect? So this is the defect in the ionic solid in which any of the impurity is present. Like if we will be taking NaCl as a crystal, if we are having NaCl as a crystal, and if any type of impurities are present in the crystal, like strontium chloride type of impurity are present in the crystal, and we are heating this, or like NaCl, it is present in solid form, but at molten state what has happened, if we are heating it and some type of impurities come, like so here some of the site of sodium is taken by strontium or occupied by strontium. So if two of the sodium is displaced from its place, like strontium, what is the valency of strontium? The valency of strontium is +2, but the valency of sodium is +1 only. That's why if strontium want to get inside the crystal, it has to displace two of the sodium, because two sodium is going to equalize strontium, one strontium. That's why here in this type of defect, see the structure here, we have two places, or two site is displaced by strontium for sodium, because sodium +1 and sodium +1, it is equal to +2, and strontium it itself is having +2 positive charge, but one of the place is occupied by the strontium, which is where from where it is sodium is displaced. But the second, here also sodium is displaced by the strontium, two sodium is displaced by strontium, but strontium can occupy one place, and one place become vacant. So this type of defect is called to be as impurity defect, in which we are having some type of impurity are present into the crystal. Any of the crystal we can take. If we are having cadmium chloride and we are having silver chloride, if we will be heating silver chloride, so some type of impurities may involve in the formation of this type of crystal. So this type of defect is called to be as impurity defect, in which crystal is having some type of impurity present while heating it. Okay, and here the impurity, it may be if two positive charge is present, and this positive charge is going to displace two positive charge, and one place is taken by any of the metal and another place is being vacant. Okay, so these are called to be as impurity defect. Next, the last type of defect that we are talking about is non-stoichiometric defect. What do you mean by non-stoichiometric defect? Non-stoichiometric defect, it is a defect in which there is no change in the stoichiometry takes place. Here there is change in the property of the crystal, but there is no change in any of the stoichiometry, like if we are having 6 positive ion and 6 negative ion. So after that, here we have still the same number of positive ions or negative ion is present. There is no change in positive or negative ion takes place. Okay, so this is called to be as non-stoichiometry defect, but there is certain change takes place. What are the changes that takes place here that we will discuss here? So there is some type of changes takes place, or because of these changes, here there is change in the property of the crystal also takes place. So non-stoichiometry defect, it is also of two type, that is metal excess defect, and another one is called to be as metal deficiency defect. This one, metal deficiency defect. First we will talk about the metal excess defect. So metal excess defect, it is also of two type, like metal excess defect due to anionic vacancy, or metal excess defect due to presence of extra cation. Metal excess, it means what? Metal is what? Positive ion. How does the metal become excess? Either by removing one negative ion, if we are having 6 positive or 6 negative, and if we will be removing one negative, then 5 negative ion is left out, but 6 positive, it means here we have metal excess of metal. Okay, by removing one anion. But if we are talking about metal excess defect due to the presence of extra cation, so here we should have taking few more cation. Okay, more number of positive ion we have to involve, that is called to be as metal excess defect. So first we will talk about metal excess defect in terms of due to the anionic vacancy. Here once again I will be taking some example like sodium chloride. Like if we will be heating sodium chloride at the atmosphere of sodium vapor, like we are having sodium chloride, look at the structure here, we have negative positive negative positive. This negative sign represent chlorine and positive sign represent sodium. So if we will be heating this sodium chloride at the atmosphere of sodium, then what does happen here? Sometime it does happens, if the sodium vapor is passing through this type of crystal, it attracts some of the chlorine towards itself, and this chlorine is going to make a bond with the vapor of the sodium, and chlorine is taken out from the crystal, and formation of one more NaCl takes place outside the crystal. Then the place, see here we have E minus. E minus means what? Here the space, that is chlorine. Negative we are taken as chlorine, or positive we are taken as sodium. So this chlorine is taken out by the sodium vapor by releasing one electron. Like sodium is having positive charge, isn't it? So sodium Na plus is going to release one positive charge, one electron, and this electron is going to take the vacant site which is available by the removal of chlorine. Okay, so here because electron is present in the site where we had chlorine, from where the chlorine is removed or chlorine is taken out, this electron make the electrical neutrality or make it balanced, because due to the presence of one electron here, positive and negative ion, it is balanced. There is no change in the positive and negative ion takes place. That's why it is called to be as non-stoichiometric defect, because here there is no change in the electrical neutrality takes place or stoichiometry takes place. But because of the release of chlorine or because of the presence of one free electron, here sodium it has given one free electron, because of the presence of one free electron, here some of the property of this crystal is going to change. So what are the change in the property that we will discuss? First change in property, that because of the free electron, here the electrical conductivity of this one is going to increase. Means we know electron is responsible for the flow of electricity. So because of the presence of one free electron here the electrical conductivity of this type of crystal is going on increases. Second, it also starts showing paramagnetic character. Paramagnetic means what? Unpaired electron. If unpaired electron is present, then it shows paramagnetic character and it has the tendency to attract the electron towards itself. Okay, so it become paramagnetic. Third property, that is the very important property, the site where the electron is kept, this site is called to be as F center. Okay, so F center, whenever light falls into this type of crystal, this extra electron it get excited and it goes to another shell, and when it come back it release some type of radiation, and when this radiation falls into certain visible spectrum, it shows some color. So this is the very important property that is changed due to the heating of this sodium chloride into the vapor of itself or sodium. So this sodium chloride is going to show the color yellow color. If we are having lithium, it is showing pink color, and different one is going to show different color. We know the reason of the color because it falls into a certain visible range. According to these range only we are going to get color. So this electron is going to make the crystal colorful. That is called as metal excess defect due to the anionic vacancy. Okay, second, we are having metal excess defect due to the presence of extra cation. Here what does happen? Here extra cation is going to add into this type of defect. Another way in which the metal excess defect may occur, if an extra positive ion is present in an interstitial site. So here again the electrical neutrality is balanced. But like if we are taking example of Zn it is having plus 2 charge, and Zno and O is having minus 2 charge. So whatever the reason of the extra electron or extra positive charge may come into the crystal, whatever the reason may be, reason is not accurate. So this is going to balance the electrical neutrality by the presence of electron in the interstitial site. So this type of defect are exhibited by the crystal which are likely to exhibit Frankel defect. Example of this one, that is zinc oxide. When it is heated, it is going to lose its oxygen. Okay, here loss of oxygen takes place. So because of this one, here we have loss of oxygen means negative ion. So there is increase or some extra positive ion is going to add here. So because of this one, it is called to be as metal excess due to the presence of extra positive ions. Okay, so here also same changes we may found that because of the presence of some extra electron, there is increase in the electrical conductivity takes place. It is also paramagnetic in nature, and it also shows color in the crystal. These are similar to that of the above one only. That's why I explain it in very small way or very briefly. Now the last of this one, that is the metal deficiency defect. Sorry, what do you mean by metal deficiency defect? So this type of defect is shown only by those type of elements or only those type of metal which have the tendency to show variable oxidation state. Like if we will be taking an example of iron, iron is having the tendency to show plus 2 also, plus 3 also. Copper is having the tendency to show plus 1 and plus 2 both. So this type of deficiency is shown by only those type of metal which are having variable oxidation state. Like if we are having a crystal of FeO, that is ferrous oxide, and here ferrous oxide iron it is having plus 2 charge, oxygen it is having minus 2 charge. So at what has happens here, here if we are going to remove iron, 3 of the iron we are going to remove from its side, 3 places being vacant. Okay, Fe2 plus, Fe2 plus and Fe2 plus, here we are going to displace 3 iron, and total of 6 positive ions we are going to displace. And in that place we are filling what? We are going to fill Fe3 plus. So this Fe3 plus, 2 Fe3 plus is able to balance 6 positive ions. Okay, so only 2 Fe3 plus if we are going to put again into the crystal, then it is going to balance the electrical neutrality by making it plus 6. But here the site is being vacant. One site is, two site is taken by Fe, but one site is being vacant. So this type of defect is called to be as metal deficiency defect, which is shown, in which they show non-stoichiometric defect. Why? Because here once again there is no change in the electrical neutrality takes place, but here there is deficient, or there is one vacant site present. Okay, so this type of defect is called to be as metal deficiency defect, in which the non-stoichiometry compounds may have metal deficiency due to the absence of metal ion from its lattice site. The charge is balanced by an ion having higher positive charge. So this type of defects are generally shown by the compound of transition metal. Okay, so for with this one we have completed the chapter, students. Hope you all understood the chapter. If you will be getting any difficulty, you can please contact me, then I will explain you more if you need to know. Now for this for today we have this much. In the next class we will start next chapter. Thank you so much for hearing me.